Chapter 3, Part 1, The Teacher Who Never Grew Up. I landed in South Korea to teach kindergarten kids English. Fresh start, new country. Nobody knew I was a walking disaster. The Koreans worshipped America like it was a religion. Girls got surgery to make their eyes rounder. The entertainment industry was basically one giant copy machine churning out Korean knockoffs of American TV shows. It was perfect for a fraud like me. And holy Jesus, I actually loved my job for once in my life. Teaching kids felt natural because I could finally be myself without some HR department telling me to act professional. The school hooked me up with a shoebox apartment in the Hongdae district. It was Seoul's answer to Vegas, where the party never stops, the neon never dims, and everyone's perpetually 3 drinks past reasonable. All of my traumas and mental health issues instantly vanished in my first year there. The cure for depression wasn't in some shrink's leather chair or a bottle of happy pills. It was being worshipped like a pagan idol for no reason other than being a tall, muscle-bound American loose in an overly America-drunk nation, gorging myself on every cheap thrill and depraved comfort my reptilian brain could grab before the whole place collapsed into its own sweaty delirium. I was a unicorn at a horse show, and it was heaven on earth. Suddenly, I had more female attention than I knew what to do with, and with the best nightlife in all of Asia just steps out my front door. Yeah, this was heaven. With no religion left to shame me, I started having more and more guilt-free sex. Within 6 months, I'd built a Rolodex of 10 women on speed dial. Call anytime, and they'd appear like summoned spirits. Threesomes became my baseline, the new normal in this fever dream of excess and lust-filled chaos. Many clubs didn't even bother with doors, just endless chaos spilling into the street. I was guzzling firewater on weekdays, nursing a 3-hour hangover, and stumbling into kindergarten classrooms like a sleep-deprived war vet trying to explain adjectives and verbs to tiny humans. It wasn't long before I was fully locked and loaded in a hardcore sex and alcohol spiral, careening headfirst into the abyss. Most guys brag like they're sexual conquistadors, but access isn't addiction. Access means choice. Addiction means a relentless, brain-jacked hunt for the next hit, no matter the cost. The sex addiction manifested as an obsessive need to see everyone naked, feeling women's bodies inappropriately during innocent hugs, even with the elderly women or friends, and becoming genuinely angry when sexual encounters didn't materialize. Seeing plain men snag beautiful women made me furious, convinced I deserved it more. It wasn't passion, just mind trapped in compulsive chaos. Many of history's most profound spiritual teachers battle serious addictions both before and even during their awakening. Bill Wilson, the co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous, was a chronic alcoholic whose life was transformed by a dramatic mystical experience during detox. He said a white light encounter had shown itself and became the spiritual foundation for AA's 12-step program. Christina Groff, the spiritual teacher and co-founder of holotropic breathwork, battled severe alcoholism and codependency before her awakening, which led her to write extensively about the thirst for wholeness that drives both addiction and spiritual seeking. My favorite example is Saint Augustine of Hippo, who spent years engulfed in sexual excess, worldly indulgence, and relentless searching until his profound awakening in 386 AD. One day he heard a childlike voice whisper, "Take up and read." He took this as a divine command, opened the Bible, and read a passage from Paul's letter to the Romans warning against carousing and drunkenness, not to be in sexual excess and lust. This moment flooded his being with light and marked the beginning of his complete conversion to Christianity. Chasing substances, sex, and material success often comes before spiritual breakthrough. It's like the pendulum has to swing all the way into darkness before it can return to balance. The same intense hunger that fuels addiction, the desperate search for something more, is often what eventually pushes a person toward real awakening. I spent my first year in Korea chasing women and never feeling love, following the familiar pattern of choosing this easy route in life. When my teaching contract ended, I traveled through Southeast Asia, visiting some of Earth's holiest sites, Siem Reap's ancient temples, Wat Po in Thailand, Shwedagon Pagoda in Burma, as nothing more than a tourist, never caring about their spiritual whatever. I was making friends and experiencing joy like never before. Life couldn't get any better until it did.